Good morning.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Before we start the show, I want to thank everybody for tuning in to the Traklist Podcast, and I want to give a special shout out to Chevy.
Peace.
The camera. What's up, Chevy?
What's poppin'?
And we got Jesus here, coughing and shit on the camera.
Well, he's back.
That shit was good. That's all I can say.
I call him by his real name by mistake, but we call him Theme.
Yeah.
Everybody here sick now all of a sudden.
Yeah, whatever.
And if you want to get to know who I am, just read the screen.
Yeah. Facts.
And
So what's going on today?
nah, man, I'm feeling real happy, man.
It's Memorial Day weekend. Shout out to all the troops. That we thank you for your service.
Yo, shout out to
brother was a
NWA, bro.
Oh yeah, I want to give a special shout out to
Speaking of
Ruthless
soldiers.
Records for releasing Today, back in 1991, Niggas for Life. It's still a classic.
How many years is that?
You do the math. I don't like the
I
count.
mean, neither.
What year was it?
1991.
91. We're in 2003.
I don't like the count. Y'all count.
That's 32 years.
32 years.
Of classic album still bumping.
Facts.
Of course. Classics.
So what we have on the table?
Today, we have a bunch of classic singles.
Just
Some
singles?
people might say one-hit wonders, but
Never one-hit wonders. Not from
they're
what I'm
classic
seeing.
regardless.
Not from what I'm seeing.
Yeah,
time.
I
These
mean,
are
we got a
all-time.
couple here.
All time.
We got a couple.
Before we go on with that, right? I want to know the difference between a hit record and a classic record.
A hit record, it's like a song like,
It's a
party like a rock star. That's a
That's
hit
one
record,
hit wonder.
but it's not a classic record.
Yeah, that's a one-hit wonder, like what you said. That would be a one-hit wonder.
Yeah, that's a hit.
They're not really doing too much music now, right now. That's hitting the big airwaves or anything. Right?
Facts. Now you got hits that become classics.
Timeless, like
Basically.
So for example, I'm looking at this. Guys, check this out.
Ice Cube one.
This is Ice Cube's album, Predator. On this album, he has It Was a Good Day.
Oh, that's a classic, and it's a hit.
That's a classic record.
Yes,
I'd say all time.
all time.
It's not just a hit.
Nah, that's a classic.
Shout out to Ice Cube for that. He
Facts.
always pops up in our show.
If you go to
in the topic. in
He's
the
one of the
conversation.
greatest.
Whenever
He's
you go
one
to
of the greatest.
YouTube, you just write Ice Cube, type in his name. That's always going to be the first video. Boop.
It's the biggest record he
Get
got.
closer to the mic.
Closer to the mic.
It's
That's always going to be the first video.
it's-
Today was a good day.
it's the biggest record he got, though.
So when we listen, shout out to Ghetto Boys.
Shout out to Ghetto
My
Boy.
mind's
rap a
playing
lot.
tricks on me.
My mind playing tricks on me.
Classic.
This is a classic.
That's
Classic.
It's a classic hit.
And as for Ghetto Boys, I think that's a one-hit wonder, right?
No,
Because everything else is just like street anthems.
no, not really.
Because this is a classic, like worldwide.
That's the biggest hit record.
Exactly.
For,
They had
for a group.
Till Death Do Us Part. That's when Willie D left.
No,
And
but
then
that's
they
a
had the
raw.
Resurrection.
That's a dope album. But they didn't have a record. They didn't have a record like that.
Well, they also had their own solo albums. Scarface having the most.
No, but I'm saying as Ghetto Boys,
This
Yes.
record.
that was the only record they had like that.
The biggest hit that they have, yeah.
No, the only hit.
It's the biggest hit that they had. They had Money in the Power and
But
Damn, it
it's
feels
not
good to be a gangster.
But it's not just a hit. It's a classic.
This is a classic.
It's a
worldwide.
Yeah, that's classic.
Classic.
That one comes on, everybody goes nuts.
Exactly. I don't care what coast you're from.
Everybody starts, literally everybody becomes a rapper at the third verse. Everybody knows this year Halloween fell on a weekend.
Yeah.
You know,
Everybody becomes a rapper.
this photo shoot right here.
Is a real picture.
It happened for real. His wife, his ex-wife, shot him in the eye.
He has a song about it on a solo album called Ever So Clear, where he was drinking Everclear, and
He made a shooting
he
the
made
eye,
a
though.
song. He made a song about it. You listen to that song. It's deep.
That's why the album is called "We Can't Be Stopped."
But you know how that picture came
right.
about?
How?
That's what he
They
just
had
said.
to take a photo shoot.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. They did. They hadn't had a no album cover
And
photo
they had
shoot.
to release the album.
And they said, just boom, fuck it, man. Just take a picture of this bomb. And
Exactly.
At the hospital.
At the hospital, they
and
had no
And they
choice.
gave Bushwick the phone. Gator Bush with the phone. That was the illest shit. I was like, get the fuck out of here.
That was creative.
I thought it was. I didn't think it was real at first. I just thought it was like.
Me neither.
I just was like, this is a great idea. I don't know why. You're just like, wow, it's so hardcore.
Now,
but for real, when you look at it, hindsight.
when we talk about
crazy.
hip hop, right? We can never ever leave out this man right here,
LL Cool J.
Of course not.
Yes.
Uncle L, bro.
What do you think? Mama Said Knock You Out is a big classic record. That's a classic, by the way, because that record came out in a lot of albums, not albums, but movies and stuff.
Is this a smash hit or a classic?
Yeah,
of
that was
course.
definitely a smash
People
hit
worked
and
out to that.
all time.
People worked out to that record right there. Straight up.
There were people that did work out for that.
I'm talking about boxers work out, hitting the bags.
I mean,
to that song, Mama Said Knock You Out. Tyson worked out to that record.
It's one of the ones that put them up there.
I didn't ask you.
But my question is,
I'm not asking you what people work out to. I'm asking you if it's a hit record.
Yes, of course. That's the reason why. Because people work out to it. People, motivate themselves to it.
If what he just turned into the Incredible Hulk right now, showing you that it wasn't a classic and hit and whatever.
I can tell you
I don't
one
know what
thing.
else I could tell you.
I Need Love.
I think that's bigger.
But that's before. That wasn't on that album.
No. I think that's a bigger record than I Need Love.
Of course.
You're gonna sit there and tell me,
yes,
in this show that I Need Love that this Mama Said Knock You Out is bigger than I Need Love?
Yes.
As far as the sentiment of what it meant for his career and where it put him as far as aspect of MCs at the time in hip hop, yeah.
Right, that elevated him, bro.
Now, for everybody that's watching,
I Need Love set the basis for all the girls
ladies.
The ladies love Cool J.
For everybody that's watching, fans, hold up. Everybody that's watching,
and Bahapante, that's good.
Leave your comments. And I'm sorry that I didn't introduce us the way we usually do.
Well, we had to get right into it.
But since you're watching, I want you to know that you're part of the show too. Leave your comments and tell me what you think about these two talking about that. Mama Said Knock You Out was a bigger record than I Need Love.
Facts.
Yes.
Facts.
Yes.
How many times you heard in soundtracks and movies, Mama Said Knock You Out versus I Need Love? You heard Mama Said Knock You Out a lot more in commercials.
Don't look at me like
that. In commercials.
Something
when Holyfield did the Burger King.
I can't say something.
So let me ask y'all something. LL Cool J, the first song that comes to your mind, it's I Need Love or Mama Said Knock You Out?
If you can...
That's a good question.
That's a good question, right?
I'm trying to tell you it's going to be that.
Yeah,
I'm knocking you out with that one.
It's either going to be that. Again, you try the stuff, you go online and you type their names, boom, it'll tell you.
Mama Said Knock You Out.
I disagree.
I mean,
it's not far off, but I disagree.
What about the other one? Doing It. That's a big record too.
It's just a hit record. It's not a classic.
Yeah, that was.
You don't think so?
It was a good song, but it was in a sense that was a way later type of I Need Love record.
Yeah. I mean, he had something for every.
It was another
I Need Love came out way before.
Yeah,
Mama Said Knock You Out.
Facts.
Shout out to LL Cool J, Uncle L.
The Uncle L. The future of the phone.
As soon as you hear
Cars Drive By in a Booming System,
that's just a hit record.
But it was off the same album as
I don't care how many albums it was on. It's still not. It just It was just a single. Put it that way.
So Round the Way Girl was a bigger hit than I Need Love.
No.
I Need a Round the Way Girl.
I need a round.
Are you kidding me? That wasn't a bigger record than I Need Love.
I don't know, bro. I don't think so.
It was in rotation, but
listen, that song was playing everywhere.
It don't mean it's
everywhere. Salons, the mall, everywhere.
It's not as classical as I Need Love.
Yeah, or Mama Said Knock You Out.
I Need Love is classic.
Mama Said Knock You Out will knock it out of the box
for sure.
any day. But
Jiggling Baby, if you want to go, it's the same record like Jiggling Baby.
It was smash hit records.
Well, that was a party record. That was definitely a party record.
Yeah.
Wasn't it for House Party, the movie? It was on the soundtrack?
Man, to be honest, I don't remember.
Nah, I don't think so.
I'll be lying to you.
Kid and Play did all their house party songs.
Look over there.
Well, they had people on the album.
Hold on. Before you get there, you got to go here, dude.
What's there?
That's a classic and a hit record. This is House of Pain. Jump Around. Now
there's a difference between the two records, that one and Jump Around. That was Crisscross. So don't get it confused just for people that don't know.
Yeah. Well, yeah. No, but Crisscross was Jump.
Jump.
This was Jump Around.
But it came out at the same time.
Yeah, it came out about the same time.
And they actually came out with theirs first.
This is a classic, and it's a hit smash record. Nobody can deny that.
And who produced that?
Yeah, it's another party jam. It's definitely another party jam.
Was it Muggs?
Who produced it?
Muggs,
right?
He had the skeleton of it. I saw a thing on a video with
I knew that. I would just ask
Everlast talking about it.
Shout out to Muggs, man.
They didn't have like the little siren, the little part on it or whatever. It was just mostly the skeleton of the beat. But
guess what? Yeah. In hip hop, this is a bigger record. But you know, this man has dope records in that soft rock music world.
When he was Whitey Ford. Like the baseball player.
He got bangers. I'm talking about he sings really good.
That's when he was sing. Whitey Ford. That's what he was calling himself, Whitey Ford.
I don't know what it was, but
Everlast.
I know he was good.
Everlast.
He's really good in the other genre, bro.
He's dope. I always liked him. So that first album with the Jump Around was good.
Yeah,
straight more lyrics. That shit was tight.
My favorite joint was Shamrock and Shenanigans.
That'd be tripping,
Shamrocks and Shenanigans.
Shenanigans,
yeah.
This one.
Boom, shalak, boom.
Boom, shalak, boom.
This one. He got the nerve to say the Slick Rick album, he ain't got no classics.
I mean,
he got two classic joints.
I mean, if I look to my left and after what you told me, I would believe he would say that, but
let me we argue about it all the time.
He got Hey Young, Teenage Love.
Man, give me the record,
True
bro.
Story and Hey Young World. 3 records. Come on, man. I compare that to A-Ball. No, A-Ball's first solo album was...
He went way to A-Ball. I'm talking about Slick Rick.
Yeah, but we were talking about storytellers at that time.
Okay, this man, you can't take it away from him.
I'm not taking it away from him, but everybody said he's the best, and I don't think he's the best.
He forgot the biggest hit that was on here.
Mona Lisa.
Mona Lisa is another dope one.
Okay, no, not another dope. That's a classic hit. He had 4 classic hits on this record alone.
That's cool.
4 classics.
No, I had to put you out there because you said that. I
just said that he's not the best, though, like the number 1 best storyteller. That's all. I'm debating that.
That's your
This man is dope. He's one of the dopest MCs ever. I love Slick Rick, but I just could argue about him being the best. I think since time went on, 8-Ball to me is the best storyteller in hip hop, and that's just me saying opinion. That's my opinion.
Okay, I'm gonna.
We differ. We both differ.
We all differ.
I'm sorry. I just think so.
I saw the look you gave. Yes.
I heard the question in my mind.
I heard the question in my mind.
But Slick Rick is a top dog, and he has
one of the greatest storytellers. Ice Cube being one of the greatest storytellers.
His record, Children's Story, you play it right now, and it feels classic.
Of course.
That's the only record you hear most in anything.
I mean, that's one of his greatest ones. And it's the most controversial because it almost foretold what was going to happen to him when he went to prison.
Now, which one is his biggest?
His Children's Story.
That one?
Children's Story.
Because, Lottie Dottie,
yeah, but that's a feature.
That's when he was a part of
it's a big record.
Get Fresh crew.
And the show, come on.
Yeah, that's
the show's bigger than Children's Story.
Well, but that's a compilation record. He's part of a group. He's part of a group.
I don't care.
That wasn't a solo thing.
Yeah, but still, the show is bigger than...
It has way bigger sentimental.
It had an impact.
Come on, that shit had a major impact.
It had an impact, but bigger than Children's Story, I don't think so.
So he's just saying that because it's like it's on one of his favorite movies, like CB4. It's in the beginning of CB4, and he loves CB4. I know that's what he's saying.
I didn't know.
I know that's what he's saying. That I know that's why.
No, I like the show because I love the show.
The show is the bomb.
The show is the bomb.
Ronnie would know it was on by the record. Speaking of records, just by listening to the little crackle of the first of it coming on, going. And he goes, bro, that's the show. And next thing you know, he goes, I'm like, how did you know? He goes, I can tell just by the little crackle when the needle hits the record. He goes, I played it 100 times. I'm a DJ too.
It has the crackle.
Yeah, dog, the pop, the record.
Yeah, the pop. Now, let's go over there now.
Yeah.
No, we're going to one now. Do y'all remember this is a classic hit record?
No, turn it around again.
AMG. Shout out to AMG. Shout out to DJ Quick.
I gotta say, this is like one of my favorite party jams from back in the days. It turned out the party every time. The girls,
they loved it.
Yeah, it was so dirty of a song, and they loved it. It's like, call me this, call me that, I don't care. And they would just jam. every party. Back when there was house parties.
But let me ask you,
Yes, house party.
Back when there was real house parties.
So I have a question. Is it a hit record?
Both.
Or is it a classic?
Both.
A hit record.
It's tough,
What
right?
you mean? That's a classic.
No, if you play it now, people won't know pretty much.
Oh,
who
come on,
AMG
you
A lot of
tripping.
people
Listen,
don't know who
listen,
AMG is.
listen.
A lot of people will
Everybody
not
now,
know who AMG is.
a
Right
lot
now.
of, if you play it right now,
I know who he is.
a lot of people in that age group would know who AMG is.
In our age group.
So what you're saying
In our
is
age group
just
to
a
about
smash hit.
yours.
I mean, it's a smash. It was a hit, a classic hit for our time. You cannot deny that.
You can't play it on the radio now.
Why you can't?
Because
they do play in the Part 96
they
mixes.
will not play that on the radio now.
Why they won't?
They used to play it.
Dog, look what it's saying. Bitch,
they
better
would say,
have my
bitch,
money.
And
Bitch,
they could
you
say,
can still
bitch,
play the
better have
radio.
my money. And they would say, bitch, better have my money. They will not play that on the radio now. You know that.
Bro, listen here.
That's
I think
why.
it's a tough one because
That's a classic
radio
record.
got real strict. That industry takeover
All
that we
right,
talk about.
but the radio did not dictate. The radio cannot say if it's a classic or not.
It's a hit
So,
record.
It's a hit record. It's a
but not
hit classic record.
record.
Of course, it's
I mean,
classic.
to me, it's going to be a classic because I
Dude,
lived that era.
Listen,
You know,
we
but-
could play this record in Cali, New York, Miami, Texas, and we play this record in the club, and there's people our age group there. Oh shit, yeah.
Yeah,
Am
people
I
our
lying?
age group. That's the point.
So it's a classic record.
you got the bottles of champagne popping
to
over
us,
here.
It's a classic
you know?
record.
No, it's a classic record.
To us, it's a classic record because of our age range. Because we
But
lived
that's what a classic
that-
record is.
No,
What's
that's-
a classic?
You're using sentimental value to
What I'm
yourself
trying to say is
and not being
like
unbiased.
if these young people don't go back in time, they're not gonna know.
I
Just
agree.
like when we was
I
kids,
agree.
we have to go back in time to know who Temptation, Marvin Gaye.
Of
We have to
course.
study of these guys, and
But
guess what?
They gotta want to listen to it. They gotta want to listen to it.
Exactly.
You know?
So that don't make just because they don't want to listen to it. That's not a classic record. No, that's a classic record.
No, it's a classic record because it makes you want to listen to it.
What?
It's a classic record because it makes you want to listen to
Don't
it.
you want to listen to it?
I'd listen to it almost all
Okay
the time.
then. And I guarantee the young niggas listen to it, they be like, oh shit, I ain't never heard of that. Bitch better, they start talking to him, bitch better have my money.
I played it at a
I
party.
guarantee they start fucking with every girl around saying, bitch, you better have my money.
Listen,
Guarantee you.
I played it
This
at a
shit's
party.
hot.
I played it at a party more than 10 years ago. More than 10 years ago because it's older than 10 years. And everybody looked at me like I was crazy.
Yeah, because you hang with people that like Star Wars and Star Trek.
Because
and,
that's
you
what
know,
it has to do with it. Yeah,
You know, they collect micro machines and shit like that.
yeah, whatever. You're a little micro machine. Anyway. Anyway, point being, it's not as hard hitting as these records, I would say.
What you mean, you bugging?
Yeah, I guess, but no, it's
Put
a
it
hit
in the
record,
comments.
not a classic record.
Cisco, let them know. Put it in the comments, bro.
Put it in the comments. Bitch better have my money.
Is that a classic?
Is
Classic.
it a classic
Or
is
just
it
a hit
Or is it a
record?
hit record?
I would say
It's
a one hit
tough.
wonder.
That's not tough.
tough.
How is it tough? I guarantee you, we get some girls and they'll probably know his lines.
How many more songs can you name by
And you know,
AMG?
girls don't really know hip hop like
He's
that.
a one-hit wonder, but
That's a one hit wonder.
Yeah, but a lot of
He
niggas
had
is
one
too.
more.
Look at this
what
guy.
it was. I forgot what it was. He had one more.
One hit
single.
wonder.
it was just a single. It didn't do shit.
But it, yeah,
Who?
it didn't.
AMG?
Yeah,
What?
he-
that's all he had. That's all he had.
So it's a one hit wonder. So it's
But
not,
it's a classic,
no,
just
it's
like
a
Chubb
hit.
Rock.
It's just a hit.
Just like Rob Bass, Vanilla Ice,
No, those are
MC
all-
Hammer.
those are
Wait,
classics.
wait.
No, those are classics.
What?
And,
What?
depending,
What?
and depending on what Hammer
You
song,
said-
Let me know what I said wrong here.
depending on what Hammer
didn't
song,
say
is
nothing.
it a
You
classic?
can't touch this.
That's a classic.
That's a classic.
yeah.
Okay, now Vanilla Ice, Ice Ice Baby. You might hate it, Cisco. We all don't, but it's a classic record.
It is. It is. It
You
is.
might, you know,
It is.
it's a classic record.
It is.
Raw bass, it take two to make a thing go right.
That's a super
classic
That's a
record.
super classic.
Yeah, that's an all-time great. That's what makes
Classic
it classic.
record.
That's what makes it classic.
It's
But
a
that's
super
what
classic.
Mentirosa, Melaman Ace,
It's
classic
a,
record.
It's a hit record.
it's a hit record.
Yo, you tell me you want nobody
I love
want
the song
first
personally.
Latin hip hop song.
I personally
It's a
love
hit
the song.
record.
I personally love
The
the
only
song.
reason is it's not a classic because black people don't understand it.
No,
It's a hit record.
The video had subtitles for you to understand the lyrics.
Man, listen, that's
What are
a
you talking about?
classic record.
Are you kidding me?
Shout out to Melaman Ace. Shout out
Shout
to my
out.
Cubans.
Love that
Melaman
song.
Ace. Classic record.
Send Dog's
It's-
brother
it's-
from
it's a
Cypress
hit.
Hill.
Classic hip hop Latino record.
That's Send
It's a
Dog,
hit
that's
record.
Send Dog's brother
Yeah, I
from
know that's
Cypress
his
Hill.
brother.
Shout out to Cypress Hill too.
It's a
They've
hit
got
record.
all-time classics as well.
It's a smash hit record.
My mom, if that song come on, my mom know the song.
Okay, but
And my mom's not a big hip hop fan, but she loved that Nelly song with Kelly Rowland. For some reason, that's her song.
Hey, I'm gonna say it one more time.
My mama liked
It's a
Earth, Wind and
smash.
Fire
Hey,
and stuff
bro,
like that.
it's a smash hit record.
Which
yeah.
one?
Mentirosa.
Classic.
yeah, Mentirosa. That's
It's a
the one.
smash. I ain't say
but
classic.
it's not a classic.
I
It's,
said
Smash hit record.
It's a
it's a
smash
hit
hit.
record. That's the same, like what
Okay.
that is.
That's where it
Okay.
stayed at.
Okay.
What's that Puerto Rican dude for Rico Suave?
And
He's
I
not Puerto
know.
Rican. He was, I believe,
And I know.
he was
He
Ecuadorian.
was Mexican or something
He was
like that.
I
Ecuadorian.
thought he was Puerto Rican. No.
Nah,
Ecuador.
Come on, man.
Yeah, that video was hilarious. When he had the extensions. In one shot, he had short hair. Next thing you know, he had long hair and over his eye. I was like,
Rico
damn. Yeah.
Suave.
Yeah,
now,
it was-
what's that?
it was-
Is that a
listen,
classic?
don't do
Is
that.
that a classic
It
or a
was,
hit?
it was hard. Listen, it was hard.
Don't do
I
that shit no
You're
more,
making me
bro.
relive stuff. It was hard being a Latino back then when that song came out because every other black person would come up and say, "Oh, Rico Suave." I'd be like,
Oh man, that shit was
motherfuckers.
crazy.
Hey,
That shit was
is that a
the
classic
worst.
or a
That
hit?
shit was hard in school.
Is
I
that
ain't
a
gonna lie.
classic or a hit?
It was just a single.
What?
What? Which one?
That's okay. Rico Suave.
It was a single. It was a hit for a little bit of time.
It made its noise. It played in
was
movies.
funny,
It's still
man.
playing movies.
A lot of
What
people
movie?
laughed at it too.
Like if it's a Fabio looking guy, that song will come on. Rico.
I mean,
Suave.
That don't mean it's a
he
classic.
actually did good.
I mean, they use it.
He actually did good. It went gold. It went gold.
No, he went platinum, I think. Bro.
Yeah, later
See,
on
that's the
because,
problem.
because it
Nobody
was
can
in
think.
Spanish because he had a whole Spanish version where he didn't rap
Yeah, he
no
did,
English.
yeah,
Our version
that's
was the
true.
English version.
That's true.
Yeah, and it was super funny.
What about the second single he had, Morimo? That was another one he had. Oh, como va? And he
he was in a
copied
movie.
it.
What movie was he in? He was in one of the hip hop movies in the 90s too.
What was the guy that the General? What was
Oh, he's classic.
I mean, that's
He's
the
a classic
Listen,
artist.
a lot of people will argue. A lot of people will argue and say that he's not the guy that birthed or at least pushed forward to what later became
They have
reggaeton.
stories on that.
Reggaeton. It
They
was.
say it's a Cuban guy.
I forgot where he
I don't
was in
consider
Panama.
that reggaeton.
He was,
That is a reggaeton. That's
Yeah.
the first one.
yeah.
Man, that's reggae music translated in Spanish, bro, with the
reggaeton.
accent.
With but with the beats.
Listen,
With the
But,
beats.
in Puerto Rico,
but the thing is that he influenced what you hear in Puerto Rico.
Yes.
yeah, but
Yes.
it's still reggae. It's
Yeah.
reggae. When you
I mean,
hear
Puerto Rico was doing reggae first. But reggaeton just got birthed. Like the official reggaeton when Yankee went solo, dog.
So let me ask you a question. What is so?
I mean, isn't the standard just a little?
No, the rapping, they're spitting on there.
I mean, the
reggaeton, they're rapping.
Well, Puerto Ricans that I've spoken with will tell you, no, reggaeton es así con que tiene, the no rhythm.
Yeah,
It's
but
with
also the style of rapping, they're MCing on the mic.
I mean, but
Spitting-
Tego did hip hop in Spanish and then reggaeton style.
Yeah, Tego
See,
started
it's a
hip
Yeah,
hop.
style.
but when
For
you
me,
listen-
it's a style, and it's just a different type of hip hop, but it's a part of hip hop.
But when you listen to General,
That's reggae. It's a reggae song.
It's his the accent. He took it from the Jamaican accent and translated it in Spanish.
Yeah.
Reggaeton is not like that.
No, it changed. It
Not really,
evolved.
but
That's what I'm saying.
It
It's
evolved.
but it's
It
different
evolved.
accents.
It evolved.
He was
But it
talking
started.
he's
It
from
started
Panama.
like that.
That style was from Panama, so
Yeah.
they're Puerto Rican. They speak different.
That style is really from Jamaica.
You know?
He just translated it in
He
Spanish.
translated it.
That's it.
To
We
me,
don't-
that's just reggae in Spanish.
we don't talk like people from up north. It's just accents.
And
And
not
styles.
just from Panama as well, but
Yeah.
that's a Jamaican style.
You said he's really Cuban, man.
No, they say Cuban really like what started reggaeton. Went to Panama.
Who said that shit,
I don't
man?
know.
Cut
There's
that
a
out.
story on
Cut that
that.
out.
Man,
I'm
they-
Cuban and I've never heard that before.
Yeah, me. I
And
don't know if it's true or not.
And I don't believe it. No.
They're bugging the hell out.
Now, did Mambo give you the birth of salsa? Yeah, I'll say that. I can say
But
that. But that's another story.
but back to bitch better have more money.
Classic.
It's a hit record,
It's a hit
but
record.
not a classic.
Haters.
And
No, we're
you-
not haters. We
look
like
at
the
it.
song. We love the song.
Look at it.
I'm looking at it.
We're just realists.
I just remember how that vibe felt all
And
around the world.
Of course,
What
we do
world?
too.
You know, I used to go to New York at that time.
Okay, but that's
And
not
I
the
heard
world.
that
That's
in
just
New
up
York.
that's just going up to New
And
York.
if it's
not
in
the
New
world.
York, it went in Cali. Well, sure, it wasn't Cali. It went to the Midwest. It went everywhere. That song is a big record.
Yeah, it's a real big record. It don't
So
mean
how
it's
it's not a classic?
No.
You mean to tell me that Chubb Rock is a classic record, but that's not?
I never said that. I said
But
it's
it
a
is. It is though.
It's a classic.
Yeah, Chubb Rock's a classic.
That song,
Yes.
Of course, Treat Me Right is a classic.
treat them right.
Yeah. He, like I said,
It's a hip hop classic. Yes.
he redropped it twice.
They're using the song itself. That's the song that they do that little TikTok challenge where they're doing all the dances. That's how that.
Okay, I'm not going to argue with that. I'm going to leave it alone.
They're still using it and playing it now. So
they're using his dance.
And his dance, but that's the thing. The song that's used for all the dances, they're using that song. So that's a classic. Chub Rock. Don't make me get up and do the Chub Rock right now.
Don't do that shit, bro.
I'll do it right now. I still know how to do it.
Hey man, sit down. Don't do that, man.
I know my arthritis might, but I still know how to do it.
Your arthritis?
Yeah, that part.
Guys, for you that watching, leave in the comments.
Which ones do you think are the classics? Which ones?
If you have a classic in mind that we're not talking about, leave it in your comments.
Even if you have a favorite, like which one? Okay, which one would you say right now is the hottest one single out of
all these guys right
just
here?
The ones we've chosen here.
It's hard because it got to either be Mind Playing Tricks on Me, Jump Around, or Mama Said Knock You Out.
I'd say it's out of Children's Story.
But why you always leave it now, Slick Rick, bro?
Because these songs is not club type music, bro.
I'll say It Was a Good Day.
What's gonna happen in the club? Can the girl give you a lap dance to Children's Story? Really?
It was a good day. Wasn't a club song. It's a classic.
Did I say that?
I'm telling you.
I didn't say nothing. I said Jump Around. You can let that answer this because it's the closest.
Let me tell you something. So
I don't know. I'd say
so you telling
Today
me
Was a Good Day and Children's Story.
So you telling me that
it's out of those two.
If it's not playing in the club, it's not a classic.
I didn't say that.
That's not a preference. I'm saying which one is the hottest single.
You saying about Slick Rick? It's just like there's no energy here. We're talking about energy. Look at all this energy here.
So you gonna say
we already told you there's 4 classics.
That's cool. I'm not denying, but if I was to choose,
I'm not in the show no more. I'm not talking.
If I was to choose what record I'ma play, he's not gonna be in it right now.
Children's Story?
No, you play. Go ahead and play in the party. See what people do. Now play Jump Around. Now play Jump Around, bitch. Better have my money.
Children's Story.
It's gonna overpower.
They both have that bounce, but you're not gonna play that at a party now.
I will play the show.
They're not gonna play that.
I'll play the show before anything.
Children's Story still gets play now on radio.
Dog, get it.
That's cool.
It bangs, dog. Let me tell you something. Children's Story. Have you heard Children's Story?
Yes.
Of course, bro.
So what are you saying?
I'm just saying, it's just not my. You know me, dog.
But
you see me perform. Y'all both see me perform. I like energy. It's just energy.
Children's Story has energy.
It don't have that energy that I like. I like this and this and this right here. Mama Say Knock You Out. You know what I'm saying? Ghetto Boy. That's that energy, yo.
I get it, but that's
so you telling me that
you're saying
that
preference.
My Mind Playing Tricks with Me has more energy than Children's Story? Hey man, they're finna get you, dog.
Last night, we on the weekend. Me and
let us know if you agree with him or not.
While we little kids for bag.
That's a club song to you?
You never heard it in the club?
Have you ever heard Children's Story in the club?
Yeah, I heard it in the club.
And you sit there and tell me
have you heard more in a club?
This one. Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, but that don't mean that I would choose it.
Okay, but that's you wouldn't choose it.
You understand? The times that we went in the club, you understand? The time we went in the club, it was nothing but New York DJs here. They was spinning, and y'all know it's true. I'm not lying here.
Not true. No, not true.
Bro, you will not hear no JT Money a lot in these clubs unless it was time to get horny. They'll play Luke, pop that pussy. After that, you hear the KRS one again. You hear the LL Cool J.
What are you talking about? That who that? They played JT.
The only one besides the Pat Jam. Pat Jam used to play straight up, Miami, whatever. But before that, you know how it was out here, bro. There was niggas from Miami wearing baggy clothes like they were from New York. Then they were lying saying they were from New York when they were really from here. You know that was going on here.
Of course.
There was DJs that said they're from New York. Never been to DJ concert in New York. But they're really from here. Starting in their backyard.
No.
Am I lying?
I'm sorry. Yeah,
no, you're just
lying.
You're just wrong. You're not lying about some of the stuff, but you're kind of wrong.
How?
The only reason that started happening where you had an invasion in your, like the way you're looking at it, it was like an invasion. Martians came down and took over our DJ systems and everything.
It was.
But anyway, like I'm saying.
Look at the DJs from the radio
Let me make the point. Let me make the point. The point was there was people opening up clubs that started playing hip hop stuff like that, and people that were doing that were actually from New York, and the fakers, like what we call them, the FOTs, fake out of towners. They would go and that's when that started. But hip hop started playing more on the radio, and it was making a bigger impact back then at that time, and that's why that was happening. But it was the style. You were wearing baggy clothes too. Stop it.
Because I was from New York.
You were born there. You were raised there.
You're from Carol City.
I'm from Carol City, yes. But listen, we're talking about when I was 12, and I came when I was like, what, 7? At that time, I'm from New York. I'm 44 now. I'm from Carol City.
Exactly.
But at that time, I was 12, nigga. And I got here when I was 6, 7 years old.
Okay, he was making a connection.
6 more years. I've been here only 6 years.
He was homesick.
So I was, at that time, I was
this guy had all kinds of best friends. Now, you understand, he grew up around the corner from me.
Yeah,
right? And I saw him as a little kid.
I do.
I never seen him dressed like a New Yorker until there was like an era where everybody was dressing that FOTs, that whole era. He was doing that.
But I was from New York.
But
you can see my baby picture. I had Lees and Pumas.
That was just a style. It didn't mean that you were pretending to be from New York.
No, I wasn't. That's how I was dressed, though. That's how I was dressed. Came here dressed like that. I can show you pictures. I came here from New York projects, dressed in Miami like this.
Okay, but hold up.
Anyway,
let's
you know what? I want to see it tomorrow on Memorial Day.
I got you. And guess what? And guess what? I'm gonna put it in this show. I want you to put it on the show. I'm gonna send it to you.
All right, cool. On the next show.
No, this show.
All right, man. You know, so.
Shout out to my dog right here.
Shout out to Chief, you know.
That's right.
From Carol City.
Carol City all day. Chief Pride, baby. Look, till I die.
We got Theme over here, you know.
From Hialeah.
I don't know what happened.
You were born in Hialeah, nigga.
Hialeah Hospital because there was no
You from Hialeah.
Yeah. So what? You're not a towner then. You're not a towner.
That's okay.
It's okay. You be that then.
It's all good, man.
That's why you like Boston, right?
No, not me.
Yeah. Hey, guys, I'm sorry. They ain't let me talk on this show.
Salud.
He didn't let you talk.
They ain't let me talk today.
Neither one of you let me talk. Again.
No, you always have a motive, though. You talk enough.
Hey, guys. Leave your comments. What do you think about the hit records that we mentioned?
Do you agree with what he said? That's the most important. That's what I want to know.
You gonna let me talk? God damn, bro.
No, he's not gonna let you.
Let us know what's the difference between a hit record and a classic record. And we'll see you on the next show. Thank you for watching. Make sure you subscribe, like, and share. Cisco Ortiz, Theme.
Chief Eli, baby. Chief.
See y'all later.
Good night.